Resources, a rare earth element development and exploration company. A return to Chris Drysdale, Director of E-Tech Resources.
Sorry if I sound a bit nervous, it's the first time doing this. So yeah, I'm presenting twice. Unfortunately, our interim CEO, Dan Wichke, has come down with COVID, so he couldn't be here, and thank goodness he isn't. So you're stuck with me. But you know, I think that again speaks testament to Namibia as a jurisdiction. We were there, the Antler Gold team, looking for gold opportunities and other mineral opportunities. We know that the area is extremely well endowed with minerals, and we came across E-Tech Resources, which is now a rare earth exploration company listed on the TSXV and the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Just the board and management there. Dan Wichke, our interim CEO, has a lot of experience in Canada and other parts of the world with building successful mining companies and moving them on, creating stakeholder value. Our CFO there, Rob Randall, we're all based in Halifax, and we've heard Darren from Namibia Critical Elements discuss about Truscan. Rob Randall was the original controller at Truscan. So the management team not only has a proven track record in developing mines and mineral opportunities, but we also have a proven track record in the rare earth processing development chain. That mainly comes from Edward Loy, who was the original founder of E-Tech Metals, and he is I'll use the word a fundi. Can't think of it what it's in English, but he's a lot cleverer than me in terms of how to extract rare earths, and that's the key to looking for rare earth deposits. There's a lot of rare earth deposits, despite its name. There's a lot of rare earths actually in the world. Finding them in areas where there's significant endowment to allow for extraction is one of the issues. The other issue is mineralogy. They're normally associated with some extremely complex mineralogy, and winning a metal that is sellable to not only one off-taker is a key component of unlocking a lot of these projects. In 2018, when our technical team set out at identifying a lot of these opportunities, we found that we would never be able to win a metal, and what we would end up having to do is to sell whatever we produced to China. And as soon as we as a public company announced what our production figures would be, we would only get $1 above what we were producing at. So we specifically looked at answering these three simple questions. You know, the target opportunity had to have simple mineralogy, which the Eureka project does. It's a high-grade TREO, light rare earth mineralization, all hosted in broad carbonatite dikes, and we are targeting monazite crystals. As well with operations, it's simple operations. Because we're targeting these big monazite crystals, to get to a high pure concentrate or almost to imperial value, we just have to do a simple gravity separation plant. And then on top of that is we don't have any issues with radioactive material that's normally associated with this. And then the third point was easy logistical management. Now, we've all spoken about Namibia and its infrastructure. We actually have the B1, which is Namibia's main road, goes through the middle of our license. We're 140 kilometers roughly from a deep sea port, the Balfours port, and also we drive past two of the world's premier uranium mines, Husab and Eureka. Now that's important for one reason, is the jurisdiction has been desensitized to radioactivity, and they don't see a radioactive sign as a issue. Radioactivity has a lot of levels, all the way from yellow cake all the way down to a banana has got radioactivity in it. So the nice thing about dealing in a country that is desensitized to uranium and radioactivity is that they do not get worried when you have a norm for a certain classification of radioactivity on your thing, and we're in a port that can handle it. Just to discuss some of the exploration potential, we, similar to our colleagues on Lovedale, have got the same burden that's been put on us as we found this great little deposit, and the key word there being little. So the company has listed, and in essence we've set out to find more of the same. We've recently just completed an 8,000 meter diamond and 6,000 meter RC program, which was extremely successful in my last couple of years in terms of the rate of success with the drill bit. This is pretty high up there, with some significant intercepts extending not only the strike but the depth extent of this already known area. Currently, the company is conducting more of a regional exploration program to identify area zones, other areas that potentially would host a similar zone or similar deposit setting. So just, again, proving up the endowment capabilities of the area. Our maiden resource, which was announced last year in October, was 310,000 tons, grading at 4% with an average recovery of 67% of that, between 60 and 65%, just in a simple first pass gravitational concentration. To get to that concentrate, we don't need any delirious or any nasty chemicals to do any flotations or anything. We simply just need water and a shaker table. Right there in the circle, you can see the monazite crystals we are dealing with. I'm a geologist, not a great one, but I'm a geologist. And those are some of the biggest monazite crystals that I've ever seen. We used to get given them as classifications at university, and they were tiny. We're talking about full HQ core almost being the same monazite crystal, full HQ crystal. In terms of the milestone, we're an exploration company and we need to explore. We've drilled, we've proven that we have the right goods, we need to find more. The company's just completed their first and second drilling program, which well surpasses 13,000 meters of drilling in total. We're busy completing quite a wide set radiometric and magnetic survey to identify other drill targets, and we expect that during the next 3 to 6 months we'll be collating those exploration results, doing a lot more drilling, and then updating our mineral resource estimate. Just to show a bit of the company, as I said, we are 100% equity capital, listed on the Toronto and the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. We've got quite a tight shell with 82 million odd shares outstanding, and a few warrants and options. We've had, it's been brutal in the markets the last couple of days, so we've got quite a low market cap of just under 10 million bucks, with 2 million bucks in the bank account. So a significant opportunity for investors who are looking to get into this new age metal lies there with Eureka. We've also strongly aligned ourselves with the ESG protocols, and we continually commit ourselves to the highest standard of social and environmental and corporate governance. The company is in the process of actually installing a water borehole and reverse osmosis plant on our site, which is quite arid, to supply the local community with water. In terms of our value sustainability, sorry about the font, it's obviously kicked out, but we've got favorable geographical, we're in a favorable jurisdiction, Namibia. We can continue to talk about that, but we also have favorable resource characteristics, and it allows us to produce something that puts us in the middle of the geopolitical war that is currently out there. Because we're producing a concentrate that can be handled not only in China but also in North American or European extraction plants, from first crack to production of a metal, it allows us to get the highest price for our basket. We have excellent technical processing conditions and production standards. We have a sustainable project that is actively managed by ourselves, and as I say, we're highly competitive, and the market fundamentals are there. You know, copper and rare earths, light and heavies, these are the metals of the future. And this transition that the world is going to a cleaner, greener power needs more mining, and in a sustainable way for metals that we haven't really understood up until recently. We're well positioned in the fact that we have a technical team that understands this. We have a management and a capital team that knows how to finance these projects, and we're going to be well put in a position that is surpassed by none in other areas. So thank you very much.